Who do I call upon when I want to feel good? My friend, Karen Garvey, and she's here with us now. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Donna. It's really good to see you.
You have been with me since like day one. We've been friends now for over a decade. And I like to say eons, right? We've been friends for eons. We've been going through some challenging times, but we've always been going through challenging times. What are some key things that people can do that can put their mind and their heart at peace?
It's a great question. In my happiness course, Happy in 90, I put in, I think somebody counted once and said there's about 300 different exercises in there to help you change your relationship with your own life. And because of that course, a lot of people say, what's the one single thing that I could do to make a shift? And if I were to just say one thing, I would always say it's really, really, really important and almost essential that to maximize your happiness, you have to remember on some level that we are eternal. Because when you remember we're eternal, you start to kind of tap into the things that are more significant than just the stories that we're hearing on earth. You start to tap into surrender, optimism, joy, creativity, limitlessness, the belief in something being possible that you might have resisted. You know, the walk on earth tends to show us things to be afraid of, why we should be limited, why our choices might not be as open as we are. So every time we're feeling afraid or we're feeling closed in, it's so important that we get back to that, the spirit of us, which is unlimitedness, and also that we're all amazing. We have to remember that we're amazing. We were born amazing. Someone told us along the way that we're not, and we have to get back to that story of remembering that just because something is quieted inside of us or we've lost a little bit of touch with it, it doesn't mean that it's disappeared. So it's unearthing that again, okay?
You were born this way, but and I was born this way, but you lived a lifestyle, different realm of being, right? Where it's very corporate, and very, staccato, right? Da, 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 da. Somewhere along the line, you chose to have life be more musical.
Yes.
Do you find that most people that call you for help are in that transitional space? They know that they could be happier, but they just don't know how to get from where they are to where they want to be.
Yeah. Whatever we want to call it, awakening or enlightenment, the journey here as humans is really an opportunity for us to remember things, recall things, to live more freely and more openly. And a lot of people just hit that moment when something opens, where they have a bigger aha moment or they have a bigger shift. And that's usually when they find me, because now they feel that there's not as many people to rely on, there's not a lot of good information out there, good quality information. And at that point, then I can help them navigate a different way of perceiving reality in a way that's very helpful to them and beneficial to them. You were saying today that sometimes we feel like we're observers.
You and I,
yes.
Yes.
It's not like the older days when I was not yet more evolved, when I would feel like an observer because I was in a glass bubble and I felt invisible. It's not that same feeling. I would find that to be negative. But this feeling is about being above the fray and having a point of view or perception where you can understand why people are experiencing the challenges that they're experiencing, and you can be of value, but you don't have to dive into the well with them. You can stay above, have other ideas or suggestions or help or guidance or fun or anything else. And that's what you were saying, and I think that's pretty much what it is, that when a person is experiencing that, sometimes they don't feel like they're part of maybe the whole aggregate story of humanity. And that's a good thing, because we need more and more people to understand different versions, different ways of doing things. Just because something's always been done that way doesn't mean that it should continue to be that way. You know, we're clearly in a period of accelerated enlightenment, so more and more people are shifting over to soulful choices, choices that come from love, and changing their day-to-day experiences in their lives.
It really can be an opportunity for people.
Yes.
A time to make a choice.
Yes.
You know, you could be here or you could be here.
Yes.
You know, so what are you going to choose?
Yes.
So I have consistently woke up to this as a possibility for myself. So when there's challenging times like that, I say to myself, how can I be in best service to others? Can I lead by example? Can I take, precautions, but still create business and opportunities for people? Can I help people do things exactly in a different way?
Yes.
So here's what we have. These are the cards we've been dealt with. How can we put together collectively the best hand?
Yeah.
How can we help everybody be winners?
Yes.
And I've taken some flack. Some people are like, "Oh, Donna, you should do this," and I'm like, "Yes, but perhaps we should consider." This is how I always phrase it. Perhaps have you considered this? And they're like, "Wow," because it feels better when you choose happiness for yourself and for others.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're aware of the challenges, but yet you have a different way of approaching them, right? So now, what was one of the first books that you wrote?
The first book that I wrote after my own awakening was The Answers to Your Questions About Life.
Okay.
And I think still people will call it, not from a religious perspective, but they call it their Bible, because it just strips away so much of the misinformation that we've heard in our lifetime and try to replace it with a fundamental foundation of what we can grow from.
And because time is still here, where people have to make an appointment in order to talk to you, at least the books, you can help a lot of people 24/7.
Yeah.
They just need to go to your website and they can choose a book and you can help
Yes.
them, because you want it to help more people, but because we know time is infinite, but the way that we're playing on Earth is that, okay, there's this 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
So, okay. So you want it to help amazing people all over the world, and they can do that through your book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally, and that's why I do seminars all the time, and
Yeah.
I do online seminars as well. I want people to be happy, just like you want people to be happy. I really do. I know it's possible. Having come from the opposite, I'm so clear that it's possible. I'm so clear that it's something that everyone can learn, and I want that for everybody.
I do too. And I thank you for being here. You and I were cheerleaders for people and causes and business owners, and that's why we're on here. This is part of our journey, is to be here we are, we can do it, we can all do it together. So I thank you for taking time out during these challenging times, and we will thrive, and we will help others thrive.
Yes, we
so
will.
Thank you for
We
being
will.
on my playground. And we're going to go swing, right? We've got swing, slide down the slides, but thank you so very, very, very much. Hope we brought you through this show a little journey with Jerry Applegate and John Spellman and Karen Garvey. Every week I'm trying to bring you the best of the best, and I hope it's touching your heart. And we love the fan mail that you've been sending us, so thank you so much. And thank you, as always, for watching The Donna Drake Show. Let's all live it up.